Well, the towns of Marilla and Wales say that they feel left out in Erie County, and they're considering getting out. Both town supervisors say that they are open now to the idea of actually joining with Wyoming County.
Our Liz Lewin spoke to them both earlier today, and she joins us now. So, Liz, what did you learn?
Well, I learned quite a lot. Good evening both to you, Marilla and Scott. And as you said, yes, this idea is up for exploration and discussion in both towns. I asked both supervisors why the possible need for change. They were very clear in saying to me right now is the time to collect information, but a decision could be quite a ways off.
We're committed to studying this to find out if it's a good idea or not.
The town supervisors of Marilla and Wales aren't shying away from what could be a tough conversation, neighboring out of Erie County and into Wyoming County. As it stands, Erie County has 25 town governments with 3 cities, a majority of them being urban and suburban. But the question now is, do residents support the idea?
The people told me they wanted to secede from Wyoming County. It wasn't me. They told me, some of the businesses contacted me, says, we can't stand it anymore. Would you please look into it?
Many of them believe it's going to be a less expensive place to live. Most of them believe they'll have a much greater voice in government and the say about what happens.
Earl Gingrich represents Marilla, and former Erie County Sheriff Tim Howard now represents Wales. The two took to the podium during an informational meeting in Lackawanna tonight to discuss their thoughts on the idea of secession and potential reasons for it. Unequal representation being one of them, COVID mandates and county roads being 2 others.
We don't feel that the rural communities are equally represented in Erie County, particularly in the last decade.
About 3,000 people in the town of Wales, and it's much more similar in its layout, in its concerns, in its everyday life. It's much more similar to Wyoming County.
David Gaeta has lived in Marilla for 30 years and says he's intrigued by the idea and is proud to know he lives in a place where voices are being heard and considered.
I don't know that much about what they're planning on doing, but I'm open to discussions and listening to what they have to say. It shows me that they care about their town and they're looking for ways to improve it for the people who live there.
Now, it's important to remember that, again, these are very early conversations. Any secession process requires a preliminary study, a petition by residents, then followed by even more study and discussion, and a public vote by residents of each town, after which both counties would then have to agree on it. So, Mary Allison Scott, it's fair to say we are looking at quite a lengthy process. In the Information Center, Liz Lewin, Channel 2 News.